Welcome back to JD's Watch, where I'm JD and you are watching. I really appreciate you for tuning back in with me. And you already know the deal. Today, we about to go over Law 6 of Doing the Impossible by Patrick Bet-David. So, can somebody know exactly where they want to be in life, but still do nothing about it? You see, this is where your why comes into play. Your why is the reason that you start turning the gears, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So therefore, you can drive yourself to your ideal situation in life. If your why is strong enough, the how absolutely does not matter at all. Alright, let's do it like this. Let's think about the greatest person you know, regardless of what they're great for. Football, basketball, chemistry, hell, the fastest typer to ever type. You know what I'm saying? They all did it for their why. Their why is so strong. They're willing to overcome every obstacle in their way just to be great. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, because to be great is something, it's a whole hell of a lot of shit you gotta deal with. It's a lot of stuff you gotta sacrifice alone.
Get that bag, get through.
The why is so strong that it overcame all that just to become successful. Now, I agree with Patrick. He said that mankind is lazy until something catches their heart. Remember, our natural state is to be lazy and take the path with least resistance, unless we are motivated by the why in our hearts. The bigger goals you have for you set in the future, the bigger the why must be. Let's put it like this. You know how they say your body's a temple? This time, let's do it like this. Your body's a car, all right? And what does cars do? They drive. But there's one ingredient that you need for that car to go. Fuel. And that's exactly what your why is. It's your fuel. That's the reason why you go. Make sure you don't stop. Your why is your fuel. In order for you to get your destination, you gotta have some type of fuel, to keep going over and over and over again. Now let's consider this story of two friends, Big Mike and Little Mike. See, Big Mike and Little Mike have been best friends their entire lives. And Big Mike, he plays football for school, but he's very lazy. His coach searches in vain for a way to motivate him to tap into his potential. But Big Mike seems to be content with the bare minimum and ride the bench. One day after practice, Little Mike gets hit by a car in front of Big Mike and dies in his arms. Coach expects that Big Mike will need some time from football to mourn the loss of his best friend. But just the opposite happens. Monday morning comes and Big Mike is on the field early, putting 110% into practice. Friday night's big game comes and Big Mike asks his coach to start him. He plays like his life depended on it. He gets 6 sacks, 4 interceptions, and the winning touchdown. At the end of the game, Big Mike's coach comes up to him and asks, "What happened to you? I've never seen you play like this." Big Mike explains, "This was the first game that Little Mike ever got to see me play." You see, Little Mike was blind, and Big Mike wanted to play a great game for his friend looking down on him from heaven. Little Mike was the why that lit the fire under Big Mike. What are 3 reasons or people in your life worth fighting for?